Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings, queens, peasants, and pussy poppers. We are here once again. Cliff Notes Radio leaves it. You know, made another week, my nigga. Wow, hey, I can't be happy, bro.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. We made it again. The lights is on.
The bills is paid. You know what I'm talking about? This is how we do it. We have special guests in the building. You know, we made it to another Monday, so I got to make sure everybody introduce themselves. I want to start with the queens on the show. We're going to let our guest introduce herself first. Tell them who you are, queen.
I am Roxy Frank, a.k.a. the Queen of Hustle, newly the Source LA.
The Queen of Hustle, newly the Source LA. What's the newly? Tell us about the newly. Why is it newly Source LA?
Well, I'm transitioning from the Queen of Hustle to the Source LA. Rebranding, basically.
What calls for the rebrand?
New level in life.
Okay, you leveling up on?
Basically.
I feel you.
The Source sounds a little bit more refined too.
So you the plug.
See, when you say the plug, what do you think of?
The Source.
No, what do you really think of when you say, oh, that's the plug?
For me, I feel like the plug, they the one who got the money. Like, they the one who got it going.
Plug sound like the middleman.
That, and what does that sound like in the corporate world?
The boss.
I want to be taken serious.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be the source versus the outlet, the plug.
I dig it.
I want to be the source.
Right. And what is the Source LA for the listeners?
Okay, so the Source LA started off as a job and resource platform, but I've completely turned it into like way much more than that. I've started community outreach with the Source LA. So
that's actually how I found out about you. Somebody had reposted a post that you posted for helping homeless women out. When you did something about you put up a post about the purses, then you put up a post about a bunch of different jobs.
Okay.
And when you did the jobs, that was the one when I had actually reached out to you. I saw the one that you did about the jobs, and I was like, man, that's dope that you actually, always out here in the community doing stuff. Because I saw you before I actually saw you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
And it's always good to when your reputation precedes you in a positive light. I gotta deal with positive people. You know what I'm saying? And I want to thank you for coming on tonight. And,
no problem. Thank you for having me.
With our antics, the Source. Listen, anything that is said on this show tonight, y'all, listen. The Source is not held responsible. They are not liable. This is just our antics, and this is how we get down. You know what I'm saying? She came through to show us love, and we appreciate that. The plug, the Source.
Thank you.
So, our queen, you got to introduce yourself.
All right, you guys, this is MJ, also known as president of the Thick Thigh Rub Association. I'm back, I'm black, and I'm blessed. Welcome back to Cliff Notes Radio. I'm excited. It's hot, but it's a beautiful summer. It's an abundant summer.
You shouldn't be that hot. You ain't got no hair on your head.
That's true, but I'm still sweating these little edges out. So what I got left?
What edges?
But we out here though.
What edges?
They're still intact.
Need to get that lined up. Well,
I don't want to line up for the last, but my hair still looks better than yours though.
It do though. It do. I mean, shit.
Can we just?
Do girls get lineups?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
It's just not for me.
They shouldn't get nigga lineups though. Like,
what are nigga lineups?
What is that?
You know the ones that are like super like pointy and like
defined.
Oh, when they got the 5 on the side,
yeah,
like the Drake
look,
with the
women should just get the girly like the one that's like softer around the edges. You know what I'm saying? It don't look too like.
I don't like that.
Tori, I want to get on you so bad.
Yeah, well, why don't you just do it then,
started the show.
Every
woman with short hair is different. Some women can pull off a lineup.
Yeah.
Some can pull off, a bald head. Some can pull off no, lineup at all. And I'm still navigating through this. It hasn't even been a year since I did the big chop. So it's like, that being said,
a year's a long time, man.
I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me. I haven't had. You know what? You know how many haircuts I've had in a year? Not many. I'm not the type of person to go get my hair cut very often. You know what it is?
I'm sorry.
No, you know what it is? I gave him some wine, so he's on time tonight.
All that nigga drunk his courage?
Come on, bro. I'm on this show drinking every week. What are y'all talking about?
Go ahead and introduce yourself, Sunshine.
It's your boy Tough Crowd T, no one other than D. And if it is, we have yet to see. And I'm chilling out on Cliff Notes Radio. It is summer. It's kind of warm in this motherfucker, and this wine, definitely. got me over here glistening a little bit, but you know,
You
life
got a
is
little
good.
tan, Tori. Where'd you go
Man,
this
I was
weekend?
out in the sun. The niggas had a water fight. We had the TC water fight
That's
at the park
cute.
today, man. The shit was pretty cracking. And,
So you got that tan just today?
I mean, I ain't been in the sun for about a couple weeks, so.
Hey, his wrist look real African American right now.
Yeah, he's looking
You
real.
know, arms all black and shit, so.
Boy, if I ain't know no better, I see your Puerto Rican side now.
Stop it, bro. Ain't nothing Puerto Rican about this man right here.
Cuban, my bad, brother, my bad.
But yeah, man. I'm getting a little summer color right now, so you know, shit is lovely at the moment.
I hear you, man. Well, y'all know who it is. It's your boy Cliff the Gift. Slang that wood, not that stick. Your man might keep it 100, but you see me, I'ma give you that extra inch. It's the man, the myth, the legend, the gift. It is Cliff, and I want to shout out to y'all girls that stick, cause y'all know how to put deodorant on in the right spot, so y'all don't be smelling like shit. You know what's happening. The summer months is getting hot. I just wanna the girls, big women, deodorant.
Damn, bro.
It gotta go in.
Why we had to go there?
I gotta start with a public service announcement. Cause I was in a situation. Y'all know I do driving a little bit for Lyft sometimes, and the way you leave your house and smell affects other people. And I just want to tell all ladies, when you have folds, all fellas, when you have folds, you got things that flap over each other. Skin, sweat, friction happens. All that shit be moving. Little water, little perspiration, little funk gets involved. You need to put deodorant in there sometimes. I have never been overweight. I've never had the folds, but I know when you put deodorant in certain creases, ask the strippers because they put them in creases that you don't never see. That's why you can't get that smell out your shirt. But big people, put some deodorant under the titties sometimes. Put a little right guard under that kneecap. Put a little right guard in this area right here in the back of that elbow. That shit stink. It's just like a belly button.
Out.
It's just like a belly button, man. If you don't wash it, if you haven't particularly washed in your belly button, take your finger, stick in there right now, and put it in your mouth. I dare you. Tastes like a 9-volt battery.
Cliff is a disgusting human being, man.
Nah.
This motherfucker is the wildest shit ever.
I'm just forget y'all, man. Listen.
So somebody got into your car.
It was okay. I had funk exuberates off of your body, and it's like I drive an electric car now. So I try to save AC by riding with the windows down, but when customers get in, I have to wind the windows up because I just, it's hot and I want them to enjoy the AC, and it's like you're paying, so I don't mind having to just use a little bit more battery for you. But when you are funky, and I put this window up, you are just saying, forget everything, all my kindness, all my hospitality to you has went out the window because you jumped in here with your funk just being an evil person to me.
But you got to be mindful of that grade, that rating they gonna give you, my brother.
I mean, this is what I normally do. I'd be like, oh, do you mind if we get some fresh air? I always hit them with the fresh air. When you funky, you know you funky.
And they usually go with that.
They usually just roll with it. Right.
What if you get one?
I don't
like,
think everyone knows that.
You don't think everybody know that they funky?
Because if they've been like that for a long period of time, they may get used to the way that they smell. Just like people with stank breath. Some of them don't know.
Accurate.
And you try to give them a piece of gum, and they
decline.
Okay.
What do you do? Hold on, wait. How do you deal with people? How do you handle telling someone about their habits or their bodily hygiene without invading their personal space?
I'm so careful with what I say to people because I really don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But if I know them personally and I care about them, I'm going to tell them, obviously, But people that I don't know, I just keep my distance, And
I say that all the time. Like, if you love somebody, you will bring something to their attention. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
If you really care about that person,
Right.
Damn.
Oh, is it a Tic Tac?
No.
Did Tori just get
No.
her?
I had some onions earlier.
It was right on time.
Love them, you don't want their breath.
I got you on the live, my brother.
Oh, my
I
brother.
feel like that was payback because you were talking about my lineup earlier.
Girl power.
Fresh breath, fresh anointing. You know what I'm saying?
But I couldn't bring myself to tell them that they was funky though. Like I can't tell a complete
But can't you
stranger.
rate the customer too?
You do get to rate them, but it's like that's another thing with the rating. See, people get to hide behind a computer screen again. Like if you couldn't tell me that shit to my face, if you couldn't say, nigga, I'm getting out here, you gonna get a 1. If you couldn't say that to my face, don't give me no 1, bro. Don't give me no 2. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna jump out here,
I'm giving niggas 3s.
You a passive aggressive nigga. That's you. That's what you do. I get that. I wouldn't. I don't know. I can't get out the car without saying, man, hey, look, you got some stuff back here. You need to get up off the floor.
Cliff, have you ever been on a date with a young lady and she wasn't all the way together?
In these situations, I don't have the heart. I don't have the heart. I can be perfectly honest. I do not have the heart to tell a woman
that she's funky or that her breath is.
I can tell a girl that her breath stink. I can tell somebody in a heartbeat that their breath stink. But a stink,
anything else?
A stink, anything else. But for the sake of our audience, I don't know.
How do you tell her breath stink? For the viewers.
Normally, it's like I'm like I think I need a piece of gum. My mouth dry. You want some gum too? Yeah, I'm going to get some gum. Then if they decline, when they decline, I'll be like, you don't want them to drink or anything like that. And when I get them the water, I just pop a couple of Tic Tacs in the water.
Oh.
When you pop a couple, nobody notices.
In they water?
In they water. Or wipe a little spearmint around the rim of the glass. When you take a piece of gum.
Does that really help though?
You try it. Get some Wrigley's and wet it and wipe it around the tip, around the rim of the glass, around the rim of the water bottle. And when they lick it and put their tongue on it, it helps their breath out a little bit. At least for one. At least
Cliff
for
has
1
dealt
second.
with some really funky breath.
I haven't. It's just like I said. I don't have a heart all the time to just tell people, especially like in pussy, like when vagina smells. Let me use these words. And it smells like wet kibbles and bits.
Oh.
It's kind of hard to just advertise and say it to somebody. Have you ever told somebody that they smell to her? Have you ever had to tell a woman in the presence?
I've never had to do that, but I can
you-
imagine
have you
that
ever
would be.
Have you ever walked away from a situation like, damn, she really wasn't that fresh?
Yes. I have.
I thought like let's get in the shower was code.
I said I've done that before too. Let's get in the shower.
But for me to get in the shower with a chick, I gotta really be hanging with her for a little while.
Has a chick
Right.
ever told you let's get in the shower to her?
No.
You have never been told let's get in the shower?
I've been in the shower with a woman, but not off the like
Off the string.
off the rip. Like I got naked and then like I was reeking down there. Like nah, my nuts and asshole is very fresh.
MJ, have you ever been asked to get in the shower?
No, not under the premise of what we're talking about. No. Not at all.
MJ, have you ever had a moment where you wasn't secure?
I think every woman has like that moment where we're like, you know what? I'm about to jump in the shower. It's been a long day.
Absolutely.
Or like a workout. You know what I'm saying? Every woman is like, I think every woman has like a level of self-consciousness where we know what's up with us. You know what I'm saying? We know. That's also like the
Most
gift
women.
of most women.
Most women.
That's the gift of being a woman, though. If you really know your body, you know when something's off. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of like germaphobe.
A lot of women don't even know the difference between they real hair and that shit they buy no more. They be thinking they own with that, so I can't expect them to
Cliff.
just know how they smell.
Some women also don't know their natural scent either. So, sis,
I heard it wasn't supposed to have a scent.
There's
I heard this.
Roxy, please help me out here.
So interesting. So yeah, every woman does have their own smell. It doesn't necessarily have to smell, but they have their own scent. Like she said, their own smell. Also, a lot of
Kibbles and
women,
grits ain't a scent.
it's not a scent. That's a problem.
Hot dog water.
That's a red flag.
Red lobster dump.
That nigga said hot
Possibly.
dog water. Bro.
So, and also a lot of women don't understand that when you change sex partners, that can also change your scent. So,
Even if
That's
you're using,
interesting.
even if
Yeah.
you're using the glove.
well, you're supposed to be using the glove, but you know, a lot of people.
But the thing, because what I don't want to get into anatomy, but what I've heard is like if you don't use the condom, you know what I'm saying, and you do that, it's like you transfer the bacteria because guys hold bacteria in their thing. So when they go into the next person, they just bring one thing like a honey bee, like a bee
Basically.
pollinating different things, and you just taking one pollen and putting it in the next flower, and putting it in the next flower.
Right.
But if you're using a rubber or contraceptive at the moment, you're not pollinating the same way because what would be what you transfer is on the outside of that thing.
Right.
So what I get when I smell that pH balance off, I be like, you be letting niggas go in here raw. I'm not going one of them.
Possibly.
That's
And sometimes it's not even multiple.
Immediately I know.
Yeah.
Niggas be up in the raw doggy.
Ladies take those probiotics.
I heard there was a study out that said when a woman gives birth, like sometimes the child can have traits of all the women's sexual partners in previous times. They said something about the DNA like can be copied, like some strange shit.
I heard something like that, but it was more towards in the spiritual realm of just you keep those souls with you type of stuff. Like you keep those people with you. Like
I do
that.
kind of believe in something like that.
I believe in
like the exchange of energy,
Exactly.
especially. I believe everyone holds some type of energy with them or spirit with them. So I do believe that in terms of sexual exchange, but I don't think genetically, like that's even freaky to think about too.
How many days?
I've heard like I said.
I'm glad I wasn't the only nigga that heard about
I heard
that.
a remnant of what he's saying because it is what they say somewhere true. I mean, in a sense, I've heard that. When you look at what's the girl name? Khloe Kardashian. What's the Kardashian name? Look like O.J. Simpson. I don't know. I could be wrong.
That one, yeah, that's Chloe.
Everybody say that's an OJ daughter.
She looked just like OJ.
Not to me.
Does she?
I mean, she's had some surgeries along the way.
So listen, y'all gonna tell me a family of women all of a sudden like niggas, all of a sudden like black men. A family of women all of a sudden.
Cause see, she don't look the slightest bit of black. So, and I know OJ is a black man, so it's like if that's her daughter, she ain't have no black features to it.
And that's why
prior to the surgeries and shit.
And that's why I say I could kind of see what you're saying in there because she kind of do look like them, and I just think they mama she been wanted what she wanted, and she just I'ma just tell y'all how to get it because I've been getting it on the side. And
I try to stay away from the whole topic of the Kardashians because it's so much. It's too much.
But speaking of the Kardashians, I want to say this. Speaking of the Kardashians, we can get into a hot topic off of that because those women have bossed up on a different type of level. You might not agree with how they rose to the top, but let's talk about those women bossing up. Which brings us to our topic. And our topic for tonight is they do sell pants in the women's section.
Yeah.
Go ahead and expound on that, my brother.
I want to expound on that by saying, in them selling pants in the women's section, fellas, you have to understand that it is equal opportunity to get up and get out and go get you some by yourself, my nigga. And so women have taken to that phrase and taken to the phrase of I don't need a man and these other things, which we're going to get into talking about. And they have bossed up, became entrepreneurs, became business owners, became CEOs, and a numerous amount of other things, and taking on jobs that have man at the end of the title, as such as fireman, policeman, all of those things. And now there are women doing these opportunities, so women can wear pants too. How do we deal with this in 2018? Do we expect the women to step up and actually take on that business role of saying, you can do this for yourself? I want you to be strong. Or do women still want to live in the feminine role is saying, I need a man to take care of me. I need a man to do this. Like, I want you to open the door. I want you to make more money than me. I want to feel, well, feminine. It's a catch-22 on this topic, and that's what I feel makes it so hot tonight. So I want to start off with Roxy answering some questions.
Okay.
We'll answer one question of mine. You are a business owner. You are a brand. You are building your own empire.
That is correct.
Correct. On your own, by yourself. You started this. This is you.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, you wear the pants in your life.
I do.
And a lot. And you got on pants right now. I got on jeans right
now.
now. They tight fit. Just y'all can't see them, but they tight fit. So, with that being said, do you look for a man to exceed your hustle? Because and you did say the queen of hustle. Do you look for a man to exceed your hustle? Do you look for a man to match your hustle? Or do you feel that I'm a woman and I can make my own hustle and everybody ain't got this? So he might not be even, nobody could get where I'm at. So I'm just looking for a man to try.
I think that when you can do everything on your own, you don't need a man, you want a man. But in this role, you have to be careful with how you express that, because when you walk around saying, I don't need a man, then a lot of men will feel intimidated. It gives off the wrong impression, like, well, if you don't need me, then why am I even going to deal with you? So I'm careful with how I carry myself now. Before I used to,
Are you just careful with verbiage, or are you careful with your actual characteristics?
Both.
And, okay, let me ask you a question. First date. Are you going Dutch, or you expect to be paid for?
First date now.
She really thinking about it.
Well, okay.
Look,
so,
hey, listen. I want to make that a point. She thought about it. How many women answered this question without even thinking? Go ahead, continue.
Wait, what does that mean?
It doesn't mean anything. It means that I'm saying that you actually thought about it. You thought about what was being asked. A lot of women will answer that question without it. They answer the question. They answer the question off of instinct and off of bias, in the sense of this is what I was told supposed to happen. They don't look at it as this is the relationship me and this one individual have.
Okay.
That man might have met you. I don't know how he met you, but him paying for you at this moment might not be the suitable thing to do. So I'm glad you thought about it.
Well, yeah, the reason why I thought about it is because it depends. It depends on where that man is in his life and his status. There's different types of men. There's different levels. You might meet someone that is on the same level, I guess, hustling, entrepreneur. You guys are both on the same level. And I mean, 9 times out of 10, he might offer. And then you might meet someone who got a lot of money who wants to show out. I might not want to go on a date with somebody like that, because I feel like certain men with a lot of money like to control you. And then you might meet somebody that you really like and you have a connection with, but you don't have a lot of money. So then what do? So it's kind of like hard, because it just really depends on the situation for me.
I agree.
Personally.
I agree. And with you saying that too, a lot of women are looking at this. Why are you considering dating a man that's not on your level?
I have.
You handling all of this business. You got you doing all this. Why you gonna? All niggas do is lie and play 2K. You know what I'm saying? And twist their nappy hair. They just sit there lying, twist their nappy hair, do fuck boy shit. I heard that one, Tor. And why would you even give somebody with less of the opportunity? I mean, with less of a benefit to you, why would you even get an opportunity? Because I hear a lot of women say now, in these days, like, if I'm gonna get played, at least I'm gonna get something out of the deal.
Well, I'm not about securing the bag off a man, so I can't really relate with that. If I'm gonna get played, I'm gonna just let the nigga go. I'm gonna just be honest with you. So it's not really about money. When you're in your own lane and you're making your own money, you don't gotta worry about getting some money from somebody, regardless of how the situation's gonna work out. Me personally, I've dealt with someone that wasn't financially where he wanted to be, but we had a great connection, So, and then I've been with men that have had all the money in the world and treated me like shit. So, I mean, it kind of just depends on the situation,
And what do you feel is going too far? What do you feel is going too far in handling a man that's less that you feel is not on the same business platform, business in the same financial realm as you? What do you feel is going too far for that guy?
I think when you're paying a man's rent, his car note, and doing everything for him, that's going too far. When you care about somebody and you're providing them opportunity,
most niggas just move in. Most of them type of niggas just move in. So you saying paying his rent?
Some men are finessers. Some men have their own place and have women pay their rent and bills. I've seen it. I've seen
it.
If
you're one of these brothers, the number to call in is 210-955-4966. I need some bills paid. Please call and tell me how to get this done.
But at the same time, there is probably some women out there that, you know, they really got that paper and they figure like, if I pay a nigga's car note or I do this or I feed him regularly, like that's kind of bossing up on him.
I know women that are going broke doing that for a man to get them to want to be with them, and they're still not getting that. So that's not necessarily true either.
No, I'm not saying it's necessarily true, but I'm pretty sure there are some women out there that's doing that with the mentality like, I could boss up on this nigga. Nigga, you eating because of me, and you doing this and this and that because it gives them some kind of a power. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
There's women like that out there too.
But Ross, you say you know women who are going broke doing that. Why do you think women, MJ? I want to ask you that. Why do you think women would even consider? Why is it important for women to show a man that she could do something? Why is that an important thing these days?
I think of several different situations. I mean, for one, the times that we're in. On social media, we see a lot of women who are, quote unquote influencers, women who are now multimillionaires, women who are self-starters, entrepreneurs, and stuff like that. And they're making platforms for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And especially depending on what type of field you're in, you're already challenged. You know what I mean? You're already challenged by clients. You're already challenged by men trying to get at you while you're trying to do business with them and this, that, and the third. And social media also kind of puts you in a space to want to flex a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we've all had those moments where we've wanted to flex a little bit just to let people know. And sometimes, unfortunately, you do have to boss up on a nigga.
Let me play. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, because I feel like a lot of women do boss up on niggas, as y'all say.
And let me really dig into that. It's not just about the materialistics that you can bring to the forefront, but bossing up is also the mentality that you carry. Because I posted something earlier on my story that read, I remember I was dating this guy who said I couldn't make a career out of push experience, and the mentality that I had then was one that wasn't as confident, but I knew I was skilled and I knew I had a vision for push experience. I just didn't have a formula just yet. So sometimes the boss up is also the mentality that you're bringing to the table.
I'm so glad you said that, because literally I was going to a whole nother thing, and it was going to be the physical. It was going to be the physical boss up. Because you always notice when, like I think I might have said this last week, whenever a woman gets out of a relationship, the way that she bosses up on that nigga is she go get her something nice, go get her hair done, she start getting in that motherfucking gym, she start, doing them
nice
squats,
vacation.
eating clean and shit, skin start popping and all that. You be thinking she getting good, things. It's like she just taking care of herself.
Yeah.
And but also too, as a man, because that's what I want to play devil's advocate with this. A lot of men feel that women have it easier. Y'all, I think women say that they have it harder in the business world, but a lot of men feel that y'all have it easier in the sense that men y'all can finesse niggas. I cannot go out and finesse this thing. Like, niggas everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I feel in between what women have, guys, from the beginning of time, have been willing to pay for it. Guys have been willing to come up off and provide for families. Niggas have left their wives for better or new. You know what I'm saying? Left everything behind and say, I'm going to give her half to just come be with you. And I feel like that's, like, so guys say that it's easier for women because y'all can do that. And a lot of guys see when women do get to a certain level, we associate that with who she fucking, who she with, what guy is in her life. Like, she had to get that from some dude helping her out. And a lot of women consider bossing up buying some titties, buying some ass to get the attention of a man who can afford their dream and funds that money. So is that a form of bossing up? Is finessing a form of bossing?
I think it's easy for hoes. I don't think it's easy for women.
Oh, say that to the mic, please.
It's easy for hoes. It's not easy for women. Because, you know, it's not hard to secure a bag, in my opinion. You know, if you look good and you're on social media, you have a little bit of followers, it's easy to get noticed, it's easy to meet up with a celebrity or whatever, a ball player, it's easy to get in a room or to have them send you on a trip. All that's easy. That's not appealing to me. So it's never been easy for me. I've been homeless, I've been without, I've struggled, like I've been through hell. And I got where I'm at without having to sleep with anybody or get my titties done. So.
But being that you are the businesswoman that you are, is like dating a ball player or dating a celebrity, a musician, is that completely out for you, or?
I've done it and I'm not interested in it.
Well, why would you say you're not interested in it?
It's not for me.
You don't
it's just not for me.
You don't like dealing with people with the media and everything?
I don't. That's probably one of the worst things I ever did was bring my relationship to social media. I don't like being in the spotlight outside of business now.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always just do separate pages.
Yeah, but then too, like, there's so many women after these ball players, you know, and these celebrities or whatever. Like, I'm not good with competition. I'm a Leo, so, you know, it's just not for me.
When your birthday?
August 17th.
Oh, my August the 7th, 10 days.
See?
10 days.
Oh, come on now, connection.
Come on, Leos. Leo season.
But so, with what y'all just said, as far as the ball player, the ball player thing for the women, is it? MJ, I want to ask you this: is it wrong for the finesse? Like, is the finesse wrong? Do you look down on the woman who had? Because this is what I'm about to say. Because some women, you have obviously. I mean, we're talking to two women who have brains. You know what I'm saying? Two people who are smart. It's the same thing as I feel like with guys. You could get a guy who has figured out the drug game, which a lot of niggas in jail have figured out. The prison system is overpopulated from niggas who have figured it out. His dudes who are out here in the street who have figured out the drug game. That's the easy route. That's probably, I think maybe the drug game is the buying titties game for guys. If you want to do it with money or something like that, that's what you go to. Do y'all?
I mean, it was
really a game.
It
is a new. There's credit cards and all kinds of things.
Scamming
for
and
that
all
to
types
happen.
of stuff.
So and I don't want to just. It's not even because, like I said, and to talk about plastic surgery is not even. Some women, I understand. Some women, some men, some people. I don't want to body shame anybody for getting your work done. Some people do these things to enhance the beauty that they already see in themselves. If you are flat chested and you want to wear shirts and you want to feel like a woman in a shirt, I have nothing against you getting your titties done to do that. But what I say is when you have bought titties to specifically say, this is going to be my bag, that is an issue. You have equated yourself to the $10,000. Your investment is your $10,000 or $8,000 worth of plastic surgery. That's how you started your business. That was your startup. And if all you're going to do is sell bottles at Ace of Diamonds, my nigga, I think you got the business model wrong.
So are you basically saying that sometimes achieving success can be seen in a negative light? I.e. the Kim Kardashians of the world?
I think it goes to what Roxy said earlier. It's kind of, she was about, once you get there, I think once you get to the level of success, you have to look at how you got there.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what's gonna stare you in the face every day.
But what I'm saying is that sometimes people's exploits can become marketable.
Absolutely. I feel like all marketing is marketing, you know, whether it's good or bad, you're going to make some money off of it. Look, we were all mad at Kanye not too long ago, but Kanye's still Kanye, you know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
But I'm just saying, like, Kanye didn't come into the game in a negative. Like, when he came in, it was like he was somewhat of a likable dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he always had that, like, arrogant asshole kind of spirit to him, but as of late, it seems like it's just been on some really unapologetic, like, ignorant type shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I wanna get back to what Cliff was saying about you mentioned women who do choose to get their bodies done. Like, is there something wrong with that? Is there a finesse? At the end of the day, I feel like get it how you living, because not every woman is built to build a business. Mm-hmm. Not every woman is built to be a mother. Not every woman is built to be, you know, whatever society says we're supposed to be or whatever. Mm-hmm. There are some women who do just want to kick back and want to be taken care of. And if that's their prerogative, then
move out the way and go do that.
No, hear what MJ
no, really. No, really, please do.
I hear what she's saying.
That can't be said for men, though. Go ahead, Tori.
No, MJ is just saying find your lane.
If they find a lane where they're pretty, they want to be popular, they like that lifestyle, and also being on the arm of a basketball player, whatever the situation may be, if that's what they want to do, that's totally fine. Whatever sis is doing has nothing to do with what I'm trying to pursue. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of people have trouble trying to figure that out. Some people don't realize, like, you're consumed with somebody else's idea of success, instead of figuring out what your niche is and what you need to do to get your.
The same reason why people are obsessed with talking about the Kardashians. Now, we can sit here and say, oh, but this is how they became famous. Okay, we can keep saying,
like, Jaleel got so worked up over the Kardashians.
We can keep saying the same narrative, but at the end of the day, they are sleeping very comfortably.
And that's and at the end of the day,
what it's about is, if there's a girl who says, I'm gonna go get titties because I know I'm gonna get all the niggas, and that's just me saying it basic. But if she has a mentality, I'm gonna go get titties because I know I'm gonna get attention because my homegirl gets all the attention when we're out, she's using her willpower to say that's what she wants to go do. Just like Roxy is using her willpower to say, you know what, I'm gonna switch gears and change my branding because A, B, C, and D. Both women have willpower, but they're just using their willpower differently for different choices. You know what I'm saying? Because she has a lifestyle she wants to live, and sis over here has a lifestyle she wants to live.
She's using her willpower to something that's conducive to success in life. Some women are just doing it for attention.
They think that might be
success. That might be success. And then you also have to think about it. While when we're talking about women and men, we're talking about full-grown adults. We're not even talking about the psychology behind why they think the way they think.
Just gonna say that.
And Cliff, you and I know the same groups of people. Ryan and Leon just celebrated a birthday, and I'm not gonna say the homie's name, but there was one guy specifically. We were all in bottle service together, and I literally do this once a year for Leon's birthday because I hate bottle service. I don't like clubs, but I do it once a year for them. There was one specific guy. He had on chains. He was real tall. He had on chains, the jewelry, and all of that. And he was just like, y'all need to let a real nigga in with money. I should be at the top, screaming at the top of his lungs. And to me, I'm looking like, you look like a child right now. You look like a child throwing a temper tantrum. Yeah. No, seriously.
In the classroom. Like,
that's really the psychology behind.
I should be the team leader and shit.
He's overcompensating for whatever it is he didn't receive before. Just like there might be some women who are confident and they still get their ass done or they still get their titties done. They're just, like Cliff said, enhancing what they believe they want to enhance. And then there's some women who are just insecure and they say, this is what's going to make me feel better, and then it'll also bring attention. we got to also pay attention to the psychology behind people, women and men, finessing.
And that's
and it doesn't make you a boss either.
That's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say to even bring back to our topic, because it goes even to the financial realm of women. Like I say, in the power of wearing the pants of women. Are you ahead of that guy because you just soulfully, this is what I wanted for my life. I wanted to get a degree. I wanted to go to this school. I wanted to get this job, and I wanted to do that. Or are you doing this because you want to belittle and you want to say, oh, niggas been dogging me my whole life and niggas been woo woo woo, so I'm gonna ball on these niggas and I'm gonna do all this shit, because it's the same thing for guys. And I say that because even with the buying titties thing, it's like, oh, you gonna do that so now you can post pictures. You gonna do that so now you can be half naked. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you gonna get money now so you can treat women like shit. A couple weeks ago, before you got bread, nigga, you was simping for every bitch out here. And now you gonna front on every girl that come up to you. I can't respect you as a man. I can't respect you because you're a different type of nigga.
It really boils down to security, and some people believe that the physical changes that we make to our body, and then also when the money gets in your hands, that's bossing up. Bossing up, first of all, bossing up is an entire mentality. Yep. If you can't, Tori, you are on me tonight. But don't worry, I'm gonna get you later.
I like the way you said that.
If you can't bring the people around you up with you, or lend them an opportunity, or partner with them, that's true boss moves. And there isn't anybody in my circle who has worked with me. You saw people work with me at the lockout who I say, I'm your boss. You know what I'm saying? No, we're partnering together. I may be in charge of the event, but we're partnering together on this.
But when MJ fired your ass, she fired you.
But I will fire your ass. But I have a question for Roxy. So you mentioned a part of your journey was one of your hardships was being homeless at one point, and then also having different roadblocks on your journey. What was really a turning point for you to create the source?
Well, I am a single mother, and I got offered a position working for an amazing company called Aflac. I was given a recruiting role.
Okay, dope.
I didn't know that I was going to be a community social worker, but that's pretty much kind of like what happened to me. And I would meet with these people and, get them to come to Aflac, interview them and stuff like that. And I don't know if you guys know, but Aflac is a commission-based job. Not everybody can do commission, right? Some people need a paycheck. So what I started doing is I really wanted that for them. So I was like, look, we're going to offer you this job, but if you need something in the nighttime, I can get you a job in the nighttime. So that was before the Source LA even started. I was helping them get jobs. And then, when you see people that are struggling on the bus, homeless, and then you're able to help them, it does something to you. It became like therapy. While I was going through my own shit, I was helping people. And that pretty much was my turning point. I had a lot of people. I didn't utilize my social media, to get ball players or whatever. I always utilized my platform to help people. I might post a selfie or two or whatever, shot a little bit. But mainly it's for resources to help people. So once I started, people started recognizing me from social media. And once, people started trusting me and telling me their story, that was it for me. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to help everybody.
Do you feel like in some of the people that you help, has anybody became something that you didn't want to see them, that you didn't want to see?
Like what? What do you mean?
In helping people, this is something that I found out and I was dealing with. In helping people, I may bless you with something that God wasn't ready to give you, and I just happen to do this for you out of the kindness of my heart. But the reason why you ain't had this whole time is really because you wasn't ready for it. If you was to introduce a straight up womanizer to the perfect woman, you know what I'm saying? And just say, this is a perfect woman for you, this is a wife, and he would at that moment in his life, if he's not ready to have a wife, he's not gonna have a wife. If you're a drug addict and I give you $1 million, what you gonna do with that $1 million is smoke it up.
Well, what I've noticed is that sometimes I'm very passionate, so I notice that I want more for people than they want for themselves. So I will go out of my way and not only help you find a job, but I might get you hired. I might do the resume for you, and I might call my mom like, Mom, please hire this person. This person is going through it really bad. You know, they're sleeping in their car, whatever the case may be. My mom will go out of her way, try to clothe them and everything, set them up for an interview, you know, and basically the whole nine, and then they'll work for a couple of days and never show up again. You know, so that happens all the time, but it's something that I'm used to and something that doesn't bother me anymore. Like, I give them the opportunity, either they take it or they don't.
Do you continue to try to help those people afterwards?
No. Once you show me that you don't want to help yourself, then I kind of just, you know, wash my hands. You know, some people have habits. Some people are just not ready, like you said. You know, there's one girl in particular, she's left her baby daddy that was abusing her, and she kept going back. She kept going back. I didn't give up on her because I don't know the situation. I've never got my ass beat before. You know, I don't know what she's going through. I don't understand. You know, all I was concerned about was the baby. You know, right. The baby needs to be okay, so I want to keep her, you know, close to me or whatever. But some people you just can't give up on because you don't want it to fall back on you, you know? Like, I would feel guilty if something happened to her and I just cut her off. Even though I know I shouldn't, like, I would feel guilty. So, I mean, the men get cut off way faster than the women. I'm very passionate about women. So I will give a woman more chances than I'll give a man. But if you don't have any responsibilities outside of yourself and I set you up for an interview and you don't show up, you better leave me alone. Like, seriously.
Well, I'm gonna go back to our topic because you say for men you wouldn't do us not that you wouldn't. Mm-hmm. It's just men and because we said this earlier too. I feel like men and women are held to a different standard.
Absolutely.
So, because Tori was saying it earlier when we was like, for men, for this to happen to women it's okay, but for it to happen to men it's not. Like as far as guys not wanting to work, or if I'm a dude, I feel like, man, I'm too cool to be fucking working a regular 9 to 5. I'm about to blow up as a rapper.
I get those.
What I noticed about a lot of men, it's a lot of men that say that they too cool to work a 9 to 5, but sometimes them is niggas that have no work experience. Sometimes they got felonies that keep them from getting a decent job. Some of these niggas just, they don't have to do it fluid in them, and it's like, I think they just lean on that, saying that, oh, I'm just, I never work for nobody else, and I never do this and this and that. Well, it's like, sometimes you got a situation and you have certain stipulations that actually keep you from going to work. You know what I'm saying?
I interview a lot of people, so sometimes men, you know, actually most of the time now, recently, a lot of men have been opening up to me and actually telling me what's going on. Maybe in the earlier stages of them watching me, they were a little intimidated and really didn't want to let me know what was going on with them completely because they felt some type of way. But now I get emails like, yo, this is what's going on. I need your help. You know, some men that are married and, you know, they're really trying to, like, boss up for their family and stuff like that. I don't turn my back on men with children, but I can have a phone conversation with you for 15, 20 minutes and see where your head is at. If I'm telling you, I got you on bus fare, I can get you interviewing clothes, I can help you with your resume, my mom will hire you, and you don't show up, you're basically saying fuck you to me. And I feel disrespected, and that's why I'll cut somebody off. But when I have a single mother calling me crying because she's losing her mind and she's dealing with children, I'm going to be more open to working with her. You get what I'm saying? So that's where it comes into a difference. I don't just, you know, not help out men, but I really try to, like, give them, like, there's no reason why a person shouldn't have a job unless they have a background. I'm currently working that out right now.
Yeah, I was just about to say that because in backgrounds, I can honestly speak for that personally. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been the most horrible person, you know what I'm saying, in my life through different things. Felonies, getting them expunged, to misdemeanors and all kind of stuff to keep me from having certain types of jobs.
Right.
So in that, it's saying that you're going to be, and that's why I say a lot of women don't even see that, because I think, and that's why I was about to say, to play the devil's advocate, for women, for me, at times, I feel like if I had a pussy, it'd be easy. I feel like that. And that happens. That like I know a couple guys have thought that. And the reason being, it's like, man, sometimes when I went into them courtrooms, it was, we gonna make sure this nigga can't get ahead. We gonna make sure we can't do what we want to him because his record ain't gonna let us. But we gonna do what we can right now to prevent him from getting something else to where he's stuck in a situation where he can't make enough money to where he gotta do something illegal to where we gonna get him on that, and then it's gonna revert back to this first thing we got him if he ain't got to take off his record yet.
You want me to tell you what I feel about that?
What?
Starting your own business is like the solution to it. You start your own business, then you don't have to worry about that. And if you're not there yet, then you need to start off with a small business. You know, go have a meet with a mom and pop shop. You know, sit down and tell them your situation and be open and honest. I'm trying to build those relationships now, like I said, for these felons so that I can connect them myself. You know, it's a process, but starting your own business.
I don't even want to say certain, and that's said too, because with these businesses, this is gonna be the other thing that comes up. And I'm not saying this to stop you or anything.
Okay,
I want to encourage you.
I'm ready.
I want to encourage you to do it, because the other thing is you can't get certain licenses to start your business because they're not gonna give it to you because you're a felon.
Okay.
So that stops you from getting your business there. So now I gotta go through somebody else to get it for me. So now they need a cut because it's in their name. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even have to work, but they still put me under them. And it's like even certain jobs when they do hire you, like the McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? The fucking tow truck companies or whatever they are, they gonna hire you because we know that you can't get hired anywhere else. So we can make sure we can tell you how you gonna work. We can tell you, no, you can't take off for your son game. No, you can't take off for your wife retirement. No, you can't. And they gonna do these things to you because they know you have no other options. And even when you quit, or you cut yard, you want to drive cars, right? You're a good driver, or you want to just sit in the car and drive. I literally went through trying to figure out how I was gonna still get in the LAX. You can't get in the LAX with misdemeanors.
Right.
Certain misdemeanors, you can't have a TCP permit to be able to pick up passengers.
Right.
With misdemeanors, my nigga, that is outrageous.
Is that just California, or is that?
I think it's just, it might just be, I don't know if it's just California. I don't even want to say.
We have the stupidest fucking.
The thing, and with California too, since y'all have gangs, the way that they target, like I said, I've been figuring this shit out. The way they target black men out here is, even if you're not in the gang, they give you charges to make you seem as if you were in the gang, because they give you charges like terroristic threats. You're not a terrorist. You were born here. How can we give you terroristic threats as an individual born here?
Well, I know that black men don't have an equal opportunity, but what I can say is this. You've inspired me, because now I really want to put together a felon list. I work with someone, her name is Jackie. She's a paralegal. She's been helping with expungements and stuff like that. I'm not really into all the law stuff, but, you know, she has all the answers, but there's ways around things. It's about a lot of research that you have to do.
And
so
that's why I said that's the hard part. I'm not going to say I figured it out, because I ain't figured it out. You feel me? But I have been able to, throughout every struggle and through these things, I've been able to maintain. You know what I'm saying? And not put myself into a situation where I've never worked at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But at the same time, it gets hard. And I am I'm just a person, like you say, I'm a Leo too. Right. I jump out here and figure stuff out. I'm gonna jump out and try to search for the information. MJ will say, like, I'll say, I'm about to figure this shit out next week. I got this shit done. And it's because, but everybody, just how y'all said, some girls aren't looking to be the entrepreneurs y'all are. They just, I'm gonna put these titties in, I'm gonna put this ass in, I'm gonna go to stars, and I'm gonna shake this shit, and I'm gonna get this money.
And it's gonna work for them. You know, it took me 11 years to be able to excel.
And some niggas say, I got this felony, I ain't finna go figure out how to get these jobs. If they catch me again, they got it. You feel me? Like, straight up. I'm gonna take my chances because I know this was getting that bag, I know this was getting them hoes, and this had my life straight.
And some niggas are so determined too that they eventually get that mentality like, I ain't going back neither.
And that's why I say, and I use these topics to get to deeper things in a conversation that I feel is going on in our communities with especially with our black women bossing up and our black men. It's a disconnect, and we don't see the struggle and the plight of our men, and we don't see the exoneration of our women being uplifted in this time. Like I feel like, and I say it all the time, I feel like our women are the key right now. I feel like women are so strong.
They've always been
right now, or period.
But I mean, it's period. Right. I say period, but it went from a phase to where, you know, women as a whole were held back. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So we know why our women were then, because women as a whole were held back.
I think in the past, women have been kind of held to the standard that they need to be more domesticated and not as business savvy in the field, being the real breadwinners. I think that's what it's moving past. I think,
but where I was going with this tour is that since we moving past that and we moving into a realm to where I don't want to say roles are switching, but we have to understand how to play this system towards a betterment for our community and a betterment for ourselves. Mm-hmm. When there was a time where if you didn't have a man in your house, you could get government assistance. It was men like, baby, just say that you ain't with me. No, baby, I love you. You gonna live here with the kids. You gonna do. And niggas like, no, it's gonna be better for y'all if I just don't stay here. Mm-hmm. And he was doing that in order for them to have what they have, and it turns into, and nigga, I don't need you anyway. Yeah. In the same situation that's going on, like, baby, look, you can get this money right now. Let me use your credit, and we gonna flip this, and we gonna get this house, and we gonna do some other things. I can pay the bills. We just need your credit. I got the money. We gonna do this, and we gonna use yours to get mine out, and I can go legit. You know what I'm saying?
And then there's some women that see that their man wants better. They just don't know how to start, where to go, so they kind of get it started for them. Sometimes that is, you know, the motivation that a man needs, and then, you know, once she gets everything rolling, then boom, he's where he needs to be.
And that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like our women. I feel like women as a whole, y'all bossing up. Mm. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? But with that, responsibility comes, and it's the same thing. Guys was like, I'm gonna put you on your feet. Sometimes I feel like women as a whole, I'm not, and you weak ass niggas, I'm not telling you to finesse I'm serious, because niggas take this shit to another level, and people understand what you're saying. You weak ass niggas don't go trying to get a girl to pay your rent and your light bill and shit. I'm not saying that, but don't be with a weak woman. Get you a strong woman who got her mind and her things together, who is in with you to help y'all, who's down to build, you know what I'm saying, who's trying to build business and has a business mind as we trying to do something and gain assets, not liabilities. But y'all, we got to take a break, and we going to come back with more Cliff Notes Radio. Y'all know how we do. We get down, we get funny, but y'all going to also get this motherfucking work and this knowledge. So, we going to be back. We going out to my guy Sly Fire, the author, OTE on the Out of the Earth on Cliff Notes Radio. And as far as the video, we gonna go out to my man Nino Sparks, my dog. So yeah, we be back.
This is DJ Lancey. We're LTMA. That's Lucy Take Me Away.
Lancey made this shit.
Yeah. Let's go, Lancey. Yeah. How'd that go?
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Baby, 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 baby. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. We going up, it's going up, you know we really on. And can I drink too much and I make it home? Baby, 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 baby. Why you always wild, always drive the bitch crazy? Tell me why I won't, why I really, really won't. Why because I can't, cause a nigga never. Baby, 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 baby. I'm really geek. Baby, 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 baby. I'm really freak. Baby girl, baby, baby, baby girl. I'm on one. Baby, 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 baby girl. These niggas ain't on none. Shopping cause I can, man. I'm popping cause I can. You popping for a little bit. I'm feeling. How we feel? Feeling I might take your fans, nigga. Feeling I might go and get bands, nigga. They only do it for the gram, nigga. I'ma just do it for the fam, nigga. I'ma just do it for the band, nigga. I'ma just do it for the grams, nigga. Who the fuck I am, nigga? Young Sparsadon, baby. Young Sparsamon, baby. Where I'm at, never know, I'm just gone, baby. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Baby, 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 baby. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Baby, why I'm so crazy? First you love me, then hate me. Build me up just to break me. But the way you fuck, let you take me. If your friends could, then your friends would. But them basic bitches can't faze me. Flow crack like the 80s. But the kid not this baby. What that mean, wild and crazy. Geek in with baby, baby. Live now, don't think about tomorrow. Cause what you think real ain't really real at all. If I don't do nothing, I'm a ball. Knowing they ain't doing shit at all. But how the hell you want it all? Free my dog standing 4 walls. If you a king, you gon' have it all. If you a queen, you gon' have it all. Baby, 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 baby. HB till they take me, but they can never ever take me. Baby, 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 baby. HB till they take me, but they can never ever take me. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Baby, 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 baby. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I mix the dab with the sauce. I scrape the pot with the fork. I let them fly like a hawk. Eraser, come with the chalk. Up one, 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 up one. She put it all in her mouth. I put your bitch at your house. I'm owning you out. 30 shots ring out. Up one, 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 up one. I'm up like a motherfucker, you can't tell me nothing, I spaz in this bitch. Check out my dab in this bitch. Yeah, I might dance a little bit. New Moschino with the Valentino. On a damn nigga, Dan Marino. Draco Nino, make a Macarino. It's not a game, I don't play Nintendo. I got the lasagna from Geno's. I rock the Zana in kilos. Ever seen a bitch fly to a nigga? Pay attention, I'm Picasso. You know what I'm saying, little nigga? I run up them bands, little nigga. I break your hands, little nigga. If you reach for this chain, little nigga. I put the dab in the sauce. I put that gag in the mouth. Smoking out the pound, beating up the pack. Yeah, I was bumping that dog. They know we up one. We gon' be up two, nigga, if you touch one. That way. Checkmate. I mix the dab with the sauce. I scrape the pot with the fork. I let them fly like a hawk. Eraser, come with the chalk. Up one, up one, up one, up one, up up one, up one, up one, up one. She put it all in her mouth. I put your bitch at your house. I'm owning you out. 30 shots spring out. Up one, up one, up one. Spit one, up one, up one, up one, up one.
Put a one on a one. Now I'm really up one. Met 4 base heads at one spot. I can hit a home run. Plays, like a rerun. My balls raw, they underdone. Can't let no nigga take my mama's son. First block on a hopscotch jump, I'ma stand over one. Spit guy, she call me Spitter. My little nigga say that hard back like an armadillo. Just bought a scale, had to weigh a nickel. Said 5-0, tried to hide the pistol. Weigh the dog food on the same scale that I weigh the crystal. And I bat a nigga with the same hand that I wave the pistol.
I mix the dab with the sauce. I scrape the pot with the fork. I let him fly like a hawk. Eraser, come with the chalk. Up one, 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 up one. She put it all in her mouth. I put your bitch at your house. I'm owning you out. 30 shots spring out. Up one, 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 up one.
Pull up on niggas with sticks. I scrape and then wash the dishes. Send my leg on the mission. I'ma go get it. I make it happen, little boy. I dropped the juice in some cereal. All my designer got cereal. I got the bag and turned up on niggas. Fire extinguisher, burning them niggas. Sick as a bitch, I'm the illest. Boy, I dunk off the pivot. Get your ugly ass out my mentions. Up, I'ma make sure the pussy get fucked up. Cut up, your WCW, I cut her. I just left business for a touch up. Pull up on niggas, we sliding. Show me a nigga I owe, I'ma show you a nigga, we swerving the curve, we letting them go, blow. Speaking of blow, she put it all in her mouth. I'm up on your dude, bitch. He wanna be petty, then we can be petty. I promise you, I'm with the bullshit.
I mix the dab with the sauce. I scrape the pot with the fork. I let him fly like a hawk. Eraser, come with the chalk. Up one, 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 up one. She put it all in her mouth. I put your bitch at your house. I'm owning you out. 30 shots spring out. Up one, 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 up one.
You motherfuckers thought we was gone for long. But we back.
We back, bitches.
We back, baby. We back, baby. We back, baby. And Roxy's still here. We got our guest in the building. Roxy.
She's still rocking.
Yeah.
Roxy is still rocking, y'all.
We didn't scare her off with our antics.
No, I'm
Tori,
still here.
you knocked your camera down, man.
Did I?
That was definitely you, Cliff, during the break.
That was me. You good. That was me. That was my fault.
You could just turn Tori's camera off if you
That
want to.
nigga ugly.
I mean, you know, don't nobody want to see this.
Just go ahead and turn his off.
Well, y'all know how we do when we come back from our breaks. We have to get into my favorite
Mondays.
segment of the show.
Jalil is not here to sing our jingle.
He's not. But we got Tori.
But we have another light-skinned brother.
If my camera was on, y'all would be able to enjoy everything.
The camera on, man.
Tori, sing the jingle, Tori.
So,
You know
we
you was practicing.
we got a jingle that we sing to bring in Mindful Mondays, and it just goes a little something like, Mindful Mondays, nigga, do you care about you?
You put the little harmony at the end, though.
Got to, man. Got to.
I'm not gonna let this go.
Jalil gotta know that when he come back, his
Tori, you got a little
he
range.
gotta fight for it, you know.
He raised the bar.
Tori, you got a little range.
Come on, boy.
You better come through.
That's a Chico DeBarge.
Multifaceted.
Chico DeBarge and Drake.
Something, man.
That boy put that five line on the side of his head, boy. I see what
He got that little 10. He got a little range over the weekend.
Stop it,
Bro, I always had the dish.
I can't say
You gotta remember, I had locks for a while. Came back dipping.
You did do that.
Came back dipping.
MJ could be on the swim team, but
I'm still training. I'm still in training right now.
you just need that cut and your wave cap. What
Yeah.
you put in your hair?
I wouldn't be cool seeing a girl with a wave. Like when I see girls with wave caps,
I wear
on,
my
it's not
wave.
the
I
same.
wear my do-rag all the time. I love my silky.
I do not like seeing women in do rags. How you feel about that, Tori?
Well, you're not my
I mean,
nigga,
as long
so
as they
it
don't
doesn't
wear
matter.
it out the house, like.
When I see women in like the do rag, the one with the hank with
Yeah,
the cape.
I wear my silky.
Oh no.
Stop it, bro.
I wear my silky
I don't
all
like-
the time.
Roxy, you agree, huh?
What?
Do you
Don't
like?
bring
How
me
you
in the
wait?
middle of this.
How you just gonna put her?
I gotta put you in here, Roxy, because listen, you look, because you gave me a look like, yeah, I don't like this. You need the do rags with the cape on. Do you, when you see a woman with that on, like, how do you feel? Like that, it's not.
I've never seen a woman
Cliff,
wear her
man.
silky.
I
outside.
don't feel any type of way. I just think that wraps, scarves, all of that is for in the house. That's just me personally. I can't go out the house in a scarf because I'm gonna get talked about. So
Have you ever said something to a woman that wore her scarf outside?
absolutely not. Why would I say something to somebody? No.
Angela, have you ever seen something anybody?
Hell yes.
Oh.
Let me say this. This is the thing. There is an unspoken law between black women in the beauty salon. I mean, in the in the beauty shop, where it says if you come in there, half of your hair is braided and the other half is not. There is nothing to say. We know the struggle. You ran out of hair.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've ran into the beauty shop plenty of times where I ran out of dye. And guess what? I have the dye in my hair and I'm running in and I'm running out.
That's it. You're
You know what
running
I'm
in
saying?
and you're running out. You're not out and
However,
about.
the scarf, I think there's some exceptions because it really depends on the setting. Like there was a specific event I was going to where my hair needed to stay.
You had on that purple do rag.
Wait.
You the motherfucker I'm talking about when I see you with the purple cape.
No.
That your event, this was at the
Yeah.
last.
First of all, pause. At my event, before doors open, yes, I am walking around with my silky on because there's nobody in there. Yes, nigga.
I ain't like
Yes,
it,
I am.
Trey.
It doesn't matter.
It ain't gotta matter, but I ain't like it.
It doesn't matter.
I was like, I seen a woman with a do rag on.
I got a problem
Yeah,
with women
it
wearing
doesn't- I
house
don't care.
coats out in public.
House shoes.
Like the house, like you
So-
know, like the little robes that women
But let
have.
him finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wear my silk. Well, the thing is, it's like if the event hasn't started and I'm walking around with my hair tied down, yes, I am. It's the same thing as if when I had hair, when I was putting together the events, I'm not taking my hair down while I'm working moving chairs and doing all of that.
I would have, if you had on the bandana.
No, because the thing is, it's this black men's hair and black women's hair is very much the same. Just like you guys need to lay down your waves, I have a short haircut and I'm laying down my waves, and I don't care what you like or what you don't like, and you're in my house.
You can lay down your waves and bandana. They don't have
no.
a picture.
See, that's where you're getting it fucked up. That's where you're getting fucked up. You don't put a bandana. You don't put a bandana on your hair unless you want your hair. Unless you want your hair pulled. That's why we have satin pillowcases. That's why we have silk scarves, and that's why we also have silkies, aka do-rags.
Okay, but you could.
I'm speaking for all the bald women out there and all the women with short haircuts. Don't listen to this nigga Cliff. I don't care. He is he's an undercover hater.
Let me tell you this.
So
I seen MJ from the back and I was like, nigga, I'm like, this nigga got a fat ass. Like, what the fuck is what? This some homo shit, bro. Like, you like, what the fuck is going on? Why the fuck this nigga? Why the fuck?
I'm walking around with my hair tied until the doors open. Yes, just like when I had hair. How many events have you?
Cap. You had the cape.
No.
The cape is for Superman.
No.
The cape is a symbol of it's a male thing in the male world
hell
on the do-rags.
No.
That's the cape.
Hell
you sent us the video with the nigga with the big cape on his do-rag. That's a nigga thing, bro. When I see a woman with the cape hanging,
let me tell you something.
If you'd have folded the cape up,
first
it might have
of all,
been okay. But
you guys got
had a cape hanging,
tying your hair down from us. From us. Do I have to give you a history lesson? Madam CJ Walker, nigga? Do I have to give you a history?
I know.
Do I have to give you a history lesson on the do-rag and on hair, period?
The stocking cap.
Why would I wear a stocking cap, bro?
She's just getting out of prison.
Exactly. Why, like...
So you didn't have a cape.
That's some country shit.
Right
No, that's some country shit.
Moving on to Mindful Mondays.
Yeah, moving on to Mindful Mondays. Cliff needs to be mindful not to get cussed out on air because he knows I will press
me
for my fellow baldies. I don't care. So, Mindful Mondays topic tonight is you made me forget my shit.
Damn.
Because I'm so turned up off my damn silky.
You gotta let that one go.
Benchmarks. Not comparing your benchmark with that of someone else who you believe is more successful than you. Sometimes we tend to get into this invisible rat race or invisible competition with people who are in a different season than us. And sometimes it can be a good thing, you know, because that might motivate you or put a fire under your ass. I know personally that has been me, where I've seen someone doing something, I'm like, damn, I knew I was supposed to be on my shit, or I knew I had that idea. Why didn't I speak on it or act on it, or whatever the situation may have been. But my question for Roxy is, at any point with you building your business, did you feel like there was a rat race that you had to keep up in, or there's a competition of some sort that you had to be involved in?
No, not in regards to my business. Honestly, no.
In regards to other things?
Yeah. Social media and reality TV, in my opinion, I feel like has everyone comparing themselves in their lives and what they feel it should be like or whatever. For me, I always wanted the man that promoted me and blasted me and showed up to events with me and was on my arm and was by my side and was my cheerleader, basically. You know, I didn't have that. You know, I had someone that was like behind the scenes, not really into social media for me, but for himself. So that was probably the only thing that I compared myself to, was like, well, damn, she shows up with her man all the time. He's always posting her. Why he's not doing that for me? You know, that's probably it.
Especially if there was a man present in your life. Yes. Yeah. Yes, I have been there too, sis.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Do you feel like you...
I'm sorry. Pause, Cliff. Tori, was there something you wanted to say?
Oh,
because I felt like
I'd have said it. Please believe me. I was just listening.
No, that's the thing. I do believe you. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. So
did you have something
that
you wanted to comment on in regard to Roxy's answer?
What's wrong, MJ? What's wrong? I ain't got nothing.
Because I saw your facial
you,
expression.
I ain't got nothing.
Because we gonna check the cameras.
You can check the cameras. They got my facial expression.
It was all on y'all that whole time, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
MJ, he wasn't in the camera.
And if I was, so what? I stand on it.
He's spicy tonight. He done got this tan, y'all. Roxy, do you feel like being a woman in business, you know, sometimes I don't know if you can relate to this. Sometimes I feel like there's certain women who are involved in certain cliques and groups who get notoriety, and then there's the group of women who are probably working harder than these women who have social media clout. Do you feel that way at any point, or have you felt that way?
Well, there's definitely a bunch of different cliques. I don't know if you've seen a lot of these flyers that are, surfacing around social media. There's a lot of networking events. You pay $50, you pay $100, $300. It comes with like a dinner, and then you have like a guest speaker, and she may have like 50 or 100,000 followers, and then she shows up, she gives her piece, and then you kind of like leave the event with nothing, in my opinion. I mean, and you're just like, what the hell did I spend all this money for? I'm all about investing into networking events because I know it's going to go to your business. It's going to help you. I'm going to get some jewels out of this. I'm going to network. I'm going to build relationships. But I'm not even seeing that anymore in networking events. People are not even networking. They're showing up. They're eating. They're quiet. They're not branding themselves. Like, I'm walking around talking to everybody, telling everybody what I do. And then you have these women that kind of like stick together. They all have like a large following. And then you have the girls in the middle that are like breaking their way to having a lot of followers. And then you have girls that are busting their ass that are just not getting noticed at all. Yeah. And I'm just like, dang.
I'm gonna give an example in terms of benchmarks. There's a particular businesswoman who's very well known who I can say that I still admire her hustle and her work ethic and such. And a couple of months ago, I had an opportunity to meet her in person, and I was just like really excited. And in the same breath, I was really nervous. My bad. I was really nervous about meeting her too, because there aren't too many people who make me giddy or kind of give me like that celebrity feeling or anything like that. So I was really excited. I was telling my mom, like, oh my gosh, I'm finally going to get to meet her in person. And at the time I had merchandise for my business, so I brought her and her assistant a piece of merchandise each. So I go to her event. Everything was cool. But the energy there kind of felt like she was looking for people to come to her event who are more Instagram popping famous, because I saw the people that she was posting on her story while everyone was there, and people that she was taking pictures with, and it was like Instagram models and like
if you didn't have a cage, she wasn't fucking with you.
It was that type of shit. So I left, and then my mom was like, oh my gosh, I hope she wears your shirt, like that would be so dope. And the message behind the shirt was supporting each other, supporting the homies. She never wore the shirt. Her assistant never wore the shirt. Her assistant was really excited to get the shirt, because I guess she just felt like, shit, she always gets all the stuff. Someone finally brought me a gift. So needless to say, she never wore the shirt. But what I took from that is, she is me and I am her, right? And that there's nothing that I need to compare myself to when it comes to her accolades, because God has a plan for everybody. Everyone has their own story. Everyone has, their own path that they're supposed to follow. So what's the advice that you can give some other women who are in networking spaces, but sometimes it might be uncomfortable to just be like, hey, what's your name? I'm so-and-so. What do you do? Because I'm not the type of person to be like, what do you do, Roxy? Or I do this. I hate that icebreaker. I like to just have, because I like to have a genuine organic conversation. Like if I came up to you and I said, sis, I really like your hair, and that's really a genuine thing that I'm telling you, then I feel like we can converse based off that. But if we're at a networking event, I feel like that's what we're supposed to do, rather than just being real with each other. And I'm not saying that the networking part isn't real, but it's just a little cookie cutter for me. And I would just rather have the genuine relationship, or I want to feel naturally attracted to you or naturally drawn to you. What do you say to the women in the networking spaces who they want to network with their fellow cis, but sometimes there are those cliques. Sometimes we do come off intimidating towards each other. Even at networking events, sometimes it's a little bit of it's something in the air. You know what I'm saying? What is that advice that you would give, or something that you would?
That's hard for me because I'm so outspoken and I don't have fear when I'm like talking to other women. I don't know. I haven't really had that problem. Me personally, I focus on promoting businesses that are not popping. Like, I like to reach out to people that, well, women, for an example. Like, there's this one girl, she does lashes. She has like 200 followers.
So what do you mean, like, not popping? Because sometimes
nobody's paying attention to them.
Okay.
They're not getting a lot of follows. They're not getting a lot of business.
Because sometimes followers don't equal dollars.
They don't at all.
Because she could have 200 followers, but
really,
she could be doing solid.
Right.
Or she could have 15,000 followers and have no one supporting her.
Right.
So what would that mean in terms of, like, if you were working with that person who had 200 followers?
Well, I mean, people come to me for that. They come to me for marketing and promotion. So if they slide in my DM and they tell me, hey, I'm looking for promotion, I'm not really doing so well on social media. Like, I have my clients outside of social media, but it's just not enough. Roxy, how can I build my following? And then I talk to them and see where they're at mentally and what they're doing as far as branding themselves, and give them my idea. A lot of people come to me for certain things. They're coming to me for discounted hair. They don't want to spend a whole bunch of money over here, or they want to get their hair braided, but they don't want to spend $300 or whatever. So I tend to post different people all the time that are struggling with building their following.
I see.
That's pretty much what I do.
Well, MJ, what you said earlier about the girl being at a certain point and not seeing yourself to your Mindful Mondays part, and even just understanding who we are as people, and understanding that your light shines in a different way than other people's light. So
absolutely,
every white light don't look good on certain backgrounds, and you know what I'm saying, blue light don't look good in certain rooms. It's like you have your own illumination, and it, the same way that people when you go to that event, the only reason for being there is to make yourself memorable. You want, the thing about marketing, what we always say, like the reason why Coca-Cola does reminder advertising. You know who Coca-Cola is. You are, like, they don't have to make a Coca-Cola commercial ever again, and Coca-Cola will always sell. It makes no, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. When you have your brand and you building something, in the beginning, you got to put it out there. You got to do your thing. But once you know who you are and what you have to offer, it's like when you're there at whatever event it is, you don't have to feel intimidated, because this is what you have. You know what you have. Exactly. You know your product. You know how good it is. It's going, as good as it is, when it gets the light, it's still gonna be that good. That can be a good or a bad thing, cause you might not be that good, but whenever that light gets shine on you, that's what you have.
I also have to say this. When it comes to your support system, it's very important, like the people that are in your circle. So let's just say I do have a friend who, like for an example, my sis, she gets anxiety, right? She knows she could give me some cards, and I'm going to be passing them out. So sometimes, why don't you take a friend with you to a networking event, and if you're too, you don't feel like dealing with people yourself, that's something that I do. When I go to networking events, I will text my friends like, hey, I'm going to be doing this event on Sunday. Give me your flyers, your business cards. I'll pass them out for you so they can check your, social media out and stuff like that. Sometimes just having somebody else do it for you works out as well.
Even and for women too, I want to say this, because MJ is a prime example. MJ, I went with MJ to scope out a venue. You know, as a woman, sometimes it's good to take a man with you at certain times for certain things. When y'all talk about you have those issues of guys, you know, don't want to just do business. When you bring a man with you, it's the homie. You know what I'm saying? MJ that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? When MJ brought me with her to do that, it's like I'm gonna ask the questions that she might feel uncomfortable asking, or they might sound wrong, but they need to be asked at this point. Like, who gonna be working? Like, how is this gonna go? Why I gotta go? Like, nah, I don't think we need to pay this, because she might not feel comfortable, and a guy can pressure a woman into saying, like, same thing with working on a car. A woman's knowledge may not be the same as a man. Sometimes it's just having a man there. That dude ain't gonna say, I need you to come back to fix your brakes, because I know you're going to bring this dude with you the next time.
Well, yeah, when you show up with a man, that's pretty much letting them know this is business, and that's all it is. When you show up by yourself, you're kind of leaving that door open, like, so, you know, let me finesse the situation and see what I can get out this dude. Maybe I can get the venue for a lower price, and then I might go by myself the first time, and then when it's time to sign that contract, Bay is going to be right there with me to sign that contract, and then he's going to know, I gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So there's different ways to finesse situation. That's the only time I'm finessing a situation.
I want to add, because I wanted to say this too. For guys, because this is off of Mine for Mondays, but for guys, we be feeling like sometimes it's like, damn, why you gotta go be with this dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, I mean, business dinners happen. You feel me? You about to go eat dinner with a nigga. I ain't really feeling it. You know, like, why I can't go to dinner with y'all?
I mean, it just kind of depends on the situation and why she's going to dinner. She could be going to dinner for you.
Yeah. My girl ain't my hoe.
Elaborate. It doesn't even have to. Okay, so for an example, sometimes that has nothing to do with being a hoe. So let me just say this: maybe a woman is involved with a man who's trying to, for an example, break his way into the industry. Okay, he's having a hard time breaking his way into the industry because he's dealing with male producers and all that other stuff. So you got a woman that knows how to talk, handle business. So she's finessing the situation and getting everything in order for him. So when she's bringing in her artist, she's handling business. But that's really her nigga at the end of the day. That's smart. I'm sorry.
No, that, like I say, in that essence, that's cool, because that's a different thing. What I mean is my girl she's advancing her business. She's advancing her brand. Like, you have your brand. MJ has her brand.
Right.
If I was your dude, and you gotta go have this business meeting with Tori. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You a nigga with just a mustache. You look like a creep. So listen, I'm just saying. But you gotta go have lunch with this dude or whatever, and it's like, so it's just gonna be you and him.
I mean, is this dude an investor for my business? What's the problem? I mean, do you not trust your woman?
It's not that I don't trust it. It's not that I don't trust it.
It's the same thing that I said. A light-skinned nigga with just a mustache.
With just a mustache. It's the same thing I told. It's the same thing with MJ. Like, MJ, like, even y'all said it. Sometimes you know a dude want more than what it is, and if they got like this an executive here or something like that, this Me Too movement is a real thing. And I'm not gonna shun this shit. I don't wanna go out. Don't bash me. But listen, women got in those situations, as well as some of those men who said they were touched and groped or some shit. They got in those situations looking for an opportunity. Now, I'm not saying that the victim is to blame. It might have been a predator that they were going to see. So in knowing that is out there and knowing that exists, you also know sometimes, like, man, yeah, I know this dude he kind of like me. You came here with your girl. You brought your girl with you, so your home girl is here. Okay. When I ask, it's the same thing. Like, why you ain't bringing somebody with you? Why are you going just to meet this nigga by yourself?
Well, I mean, me personally, I don't just meet up with men by myself. Even I may show up with Bay, and Bay may be at the next table, and dude might not even know it. Like, you gotta be smart. I don't go anywhere by myself. Either my location is on, I'm bringing a friend or something. But if it's business and I'm doing something like that, the person that I'm involved with trusts me, and they know why I'm there. I'm not gonna put myself in a position to be meeting with somebody that.
Well, that's what I want to ask you. Has it ever been a situation where your guy hasn't trusted you or the person you were meeting?
Mhm.
How did that work out? That's where I'm at. It was times you went against your guy's will. Was it times you was like, I know that nigga don't like him. I gotta go.
No.
And was it times that he was right? Was it times that your guy was right about what?
Okay, so let me say this. I feel like when you expose your man to certain things, like the way you can wiggle, and men that you deal with, and them liking you, the way that you do business, the way you can get things done.
Okay.
So when you expose that to your man, you're letting him know. You're letting him know that there are other men interested in you. So that's going to create insecurities. So he either has the choice to deal with it or not. So, I mean, the person that I've dealt with chose to deal with it.
Do you look at your guy addressing it as him being insecure? Because a lot of women take men bringing up things as them being insecure. And sometimes it's just like a dude pointing out, Tori, as a man, have you brought up things to a woman that she's called you insecure for just saying, like, for just bringing it up?
No.
No.
I mean, there has been stop it. There has been situations where it's like I just told her like, okay, who are you gonna meet up with, and what is it about, and what time are y'all meeting? I will inquire about certain things, but I don't think that makes me insecure.
But if you're bothered, are you going to say that you're bothered and you don't want her to do it? Because that's all my man has to do is say, I don't want you to do it, and I'm not going to do it.
I definitely am, especially if I'm invested in this. Like,
have you ever broke up with a girl for going somewhere? Have you ever gave an ultimatum and said you shouldn't go, and been like, well, it's done? No. Never done that?
So you're pretty secure with yourself and the person that you were involved with.
Yeah,
that's important.
Says the nigga who I ain't gonna go into all the things you said on the show. But
anyway,
Tori said
all you have to do is just bring it back up, and I can correct you where you're wrong at.
What he said about the women with makeup, and you said some.
MJ looking at you like, nigga, what are you talking about?
Tori says a lot of things.
I don't know. You right.
I don't say too much.
I can't get you right now, but
I have been in that situation where an ex was insecure, or more so concerned about my meeting with like a guy at a venue, or like if the guy was in charge of the venue or something like that. So, but I didn't pay attention to that, and he's not here now, so I'm still doing my thing.
See,
because what it's about at the end of the day is, again, knowing that you're not doing anything with this, with this individual, and also saying like it's business. I can't help that he's a man, and I'm still gonna go after the opportunity.
As a man, as a guy, I don't feel like I've gotten that same type of. I haven't gotten that same type of respect.
What do you mean?
As a guy, as a dude, when I take a picture with a girl, who is that? That's your girlfriend? That's your girlfriend now? That's your little girlfriend? That's who you fucking? I do an Instagram. I do a funny video with a chick. Oh, you fucking her? You fucking? I know y'all fuck. I know y'all.
Well,
it sounds like
there was some very insecure.
It depends on the situation too. Like, were you a cheater? Like, is that why she's in that state of mind? Okay, then she's just an insecure person.
Because there's some niggas that don't want to admit to that. Like, you've been caught doing some shit in that relationship.
Yeah, and so now she's tripping on you, questioning everything that you're doing on Instagram and where you're at and where you're going because you showed her she can't trust you.
I feel like taking the advice of a spouse. Like, if a spouse is inquisitive about who you're going to meet with and what it's about, they might have some information, or they can open up your mind and give you a different perspective on going into a situation like that.
And that's what I'm saying.
And it may be beneficial, may not be, but that's one of the benefits of a spouse. Is getting that second opinion.
In these situations, I have told various women about going into certain situations with guys, and every time I've been right. Every time I've been right. The nigga has tried, and the guy has tried or whatever, and every time I've been right. And it's been like, you know how it got there. Like, you really know how you and this dude, man, how he approached you, if it was strictly business, or if that nigga was kind of like feeling the business, but he was feeling out where you was going, if you was going to be about the business too.
Well, as a woman in business, I've learned how to conduct myself, how to shut things down, how to check men off the rip and let them know what it is from jump. And when I know that they want something more, it's up to me to continue and have problems, or to let it go because it's not going to be good for me and my business. So
has this ever happened to you where you shut it down and they find that more attractive, or they come after you even more?
Yes.
Because that happens to me, and I'm like,
because they think you're trying to play.
I was just told the other night. A girl was telling me, she was like, "Oh, this dude, like, nah, I ignore this dude all the time. Like he knows nothing." I'm like, the nigga would not still be calling you if it was nothing. The nigga would not, like, if you said hey, if you said thank you, if you said anything to this nigga, saying to this dude,
after what is that a translation for?
Feeling like the door is still cracked.
After you said that, like, after you made it clear that it's either business or not business, and they continue to hit you up about not business, if you say anything outside, if you say anything, you're keeping the door open, right?
If a person is calling, it's because the other person is answering. Period.
I agree.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock.
So what that mean, man? We done? It's time to get the fuck out of here, or what?
We gotta wrap it up.
Roxy, I just want to thank you for coming on. We
Sure.
appreciate all of the words you shared with us, and all of we appreciate all the good work you do.
Thank you.
With these small businesses that you're trying to pull them up. That's the real. What am I trying to say here?
It's what we really need in our community.
You're like the poster child of support the homies. Like, you really trying to pull people up and not just trying to look down upon people.
Right.
And I think it's we need more people like you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Nothing to promote, man.
I got promotions.
She got dumb promotions. You know she got.
So I'm gonna need you to follow my sis. Was it Nick _?
You want to
Nick _ Yeah, come over here, Stacey.
Y'all trying to get me anxiety.
Come on now, we got to get out there. Come on now. You over there?
It's Knick-Knack Does Hair, NIK _ NAK
Get in the camera.
_
You got to come closer in.
Does DOES _ hair. I'm also doing an event on August 12th for back to school for women who are struggling for their daughters or sons to get free haircuts.
Hello.
Back to school supplies. So if you guys want to make any donations, please DM me at the Knick-Knack Does Hair. If you know someone who needs help, they will be anonymous unless, they're okay with being posted. But other than that, yeah.
When is this?
Out. It's August 12th.
August 12th.
August 12th.
And what city? What?
It's going to be in LA.
Okay.
It's going to be in LA. It's going to be at a hair salon.
Schools start back early.
I believe 25 kids here. So we just did one. It was kind of small, but it's growing and it's awesome.
Number, email address. I'm saying.
Follow her on Instagram.
Look, my
Just the
email
Instagram-
address is
email-
Nella Beauty, NELABEAUTY68@gmail.com. And the Instagram is Knick-Knack Does Hair.
And it's just haircuts, or is it
No,
women's hair
we're
too?
doing no women's. It's only kids. So we're doing children
I mean,
And
I'm
what's
to say
their age
little girls.
3 and 13.
3 to 13.
3 to 13.
13 years old.
Girls and boys.
Girls and boys.
Girls and boys.
Free
Nice.
haircuts, free hairstyles.
There we go.
Thank you.
For sure, Roxy. Anything?
Good job, sis.
So July 29th from 12 to 6, I'll be pretty much hosting an event called Strictly Business. So you can basically get vital information on how to start a business and run a business with longevity. This information is free. You do not have to pay to get in. I know that a lot of networking events cost a lot of money, and I don't knock it because they spend a lot of money on the venues and hiring people and stuff like this. This is completely free. My mom will be hiring on the spot, and I will be passing out resources. So if you need any type of help with childcare, legal help, or anything like that, I will be there when I get off work. And you will be able to get a job.
And what's the company that your mom works for? Because you mentioned that.
She works for Allied Universal. It's a security company.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, MJ.
So we just had the lockout.
Ooh, that motherfucker was lit. Look when I walked up. It looked hot.
The lockout was absolutely crazy. I was very much prepared for it. I have to say that. But I just want to thank everyone who came out, everyone who had a great time, everyone who is reposting the event. Everyone is asking for a part 2, so I'm working as we speak to bring you guys something before the end of the summer. And that's pretty much it. You guys can follow us at Push Experience LA on Instagram.
Oh yeah, follow the Source LA.
Boom.
The Source.
The Source.
And yes, I attended the lockout, and it was a lovely function. It was very
ratchet.
Nah, it was cool. It wasn't ratchet.
It wasn't ratchet at all.
It wasn't ratchet. It was hot.
Push Experience.
It was hot. It was hot. But it was really just the energy and everybody vibing, man. We had a great time, bro. But for us, like I said, make sure that you are following Cliff Notes Radio on YouTube, following us on Instagram, following us on Snapchat, following us on Twitter, and following us on Christian Mingle.
Muslim
Matchmaker. We got Presbyterian Partners. We also have
Hebrew hookups.
Pentecostal Pussy Popper. I ain't going out.
There's a special place for you in hell. Good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Cliff Notes Radio. We will see you guys next Monday. Stay blessed.
Love y'all.